as we dive in turn 1, same as Albon, he's keeping the position. Do we have more traction? Do we have more traction? As we're wheel to wheel with Lance Stroll. What a race from the Canadian as we try the move on the outside. Hi everyone, it's InformerHyena and welcome back to the channel with a new F1 2020 video here guys in Canada. Guys, before we jump in our car, I want to quickly remind you guys to consider subscribing. My current goal is to reach 200 subs. Leave a like on this video, let's reach at least 10 likes. Leave a comment down below, let me know your opinion or feedback. And don't forget to share this video with your passionate Formula 1 friends. Follow me on all my social medias and Twitch. All links are of course down below, and stay tuned for more content as well. With that said, as I said, welcome to Canada guys, where I ran my practice 1 and 2. Before I tell you of course the results, where I of course managed to get purple on everything, I actually got every points, even in the kind of like final, let's say, quest, the one of getting the faster sectors and so on. But guys, as I said in the previous video of Baku, which by the way we had an amazing race, if you missed that one up, go and check it out on the channel. That was gorgeous as a race. We kind of lack performance during qualifying, so I did my research, and as I understood, qualifying session for the AI is pretty much scripted. They do that time and they do in a range of time. And I followed a guide on Reddit, link down below if you guys want to check it out, where they pretty much say play around with the difficulty during qualifying, because the difficulty in qualifying is much stronger than the difficulty in race. So if you're running, for example, 90 in race, technically in qualifying that would be kind of like fake 95. So they were saying like play with it, low down a little bit the difficulty in qualifying and rise it up back in the race. And that's what I did guys. I'm not going deep in the guides, since as I said the guy in Reddit explained it perfectly, so go and check it out. But for who wants to know it detailed, we are running a 85 difficulty for qualifying only, and we are boosting it one up again to 90 for the race, like right before the race. Ooh, we lost. Oh no, I knew that I answered stupid questions. I had the feeling that I gave a very stupid answer, and as you guys can see, we kind of like lost to percentage of the level. Damn it. That's, I mean, we will have time for improvement. Anyway guys, at off camera I even leveled up the, what's his name actually, I think I can no, I really cannot show it from here. I leveled up the chassis department to have 2 upgrades per two upgrades at a time. And as you guys can see, we lost delivery against Giovinazzi, but that's okay. So we kind of have now the opportunity to level up twice the same department, which is very cool. I will show you guys very quickly the setup that I'm running. This setup is gorgeous. As always, I'm following the Codemasters forum when it comes to setup. Fuel load, they all suggest to bring it down to 5. This is what I do. Kind of manual actually. Let me just quickly save the car setup, and this is how it goes. It's a 3.6 aero, 55-55 transmission, minus 2.6, minus 1.1, and 0.06 and 0.23 for the camber and toe, 3.4, 4.5, 3.4 for the suspensions, 153 brake, and tire is 23.4 and 21.1. With that said, let's speed up our time. I go, as always guys, around 5 minutes. I think it's kind of like the best window. That's what they say, at least in the guide, is always to have their your qualifying around 5 minutes. So it's kind of like 3 minutes remaining when you actually reach the track. It's where pretty much the best kind of too much, but it's okay. It's where kind of like the best feeling of track is, which is actually true, like in real life. I of course updated the car with the latest RGB sponsor, and as always guys, we have one shot only. Like the video, comments down below, let me know what's your thoughts about this. I'm telling you right now that there will be some corner cuts right here, for example in the Champions corner, and now it's focus time. Okay, that was quite a good lap right there as we come across the line. It's... what the hell? Okay, we're between the Mercedes. No. Well, I mean, of course we're gonna lose those positions. We did our best third sector. I gotta be honest, that was actually a very good lap. I think that I only missed the apex in the final... Is this enough to go through Q2? I actually think so, because that was a very good lap. And it actually is. We remained out from 2/10 away from Lewis. No, come on guys, now I feel bad because I lowered down the difficulties depending by what the guide said, and the guide made you kind of try several things before arriving to... actually I want to show you. No, I cannot, because the loading clip was way too quick. I wanted to show you actually... oh no, it's gonna rain! It's gonna rain! Oh no, my way, I'm going now. I'm going out before the rain arrives, so that I can run with the softs. Or is it gonna rain in Q3? I don't know actually, let's see. But anyway guys, in any case, it's already enough that we're in Q2 with that kind of speed. I wasn't expecting that. It's insane though how much 5 points of difficulties can actually change the performance. But now again, of course, let's focus again for this Q2 lap. Let's see to do a good job as well. This toy is gonna be extremely powerful now, because should I overtake him? Yeah, I should go right now for the overtake. Otherwise we don't have... I compromised actually our lap, I guess. A bit of a fight with Grosjean right here in Q2. Of course this is going to be the one and only lap we're doing, guys, because as I said, I wanna keep it fair. And it's gonna be a 1:10 fastest lap of the current qualifying. What is this car all of a sudden? I mean, the setup looks gorgeous. It feels very good. Yes, it's one of my favorite tracks, so maybe that's more because I have more practice. But to be this height in qualifying. And again, guys, I simply brought it from 90 to 85 because I actually did what the guide said. It was pretty much to try around with other complete car, which was actually the Red Bull 2010. But again, I don't want to give details because it's pretty much pointless. If you guys are interested, follow the guide, and that's pretty much all I did was the guide. But we are still 22 milliseconds away from the pole position, and for the first time ever, the Hyena F1 team is actually in Q3. Insane. I want to show you guys quickly that the driver AI level, it's 85. We were running 90, and as I said, that's where I was the closest during the practice. I gotta give the credit to the setup though, because this setup is in fact awesome. Now in 10 minutes there will be sun. Can we actually skip the time up to the sun, because it's raining and I don't kind of want that. I'm going out in as always in probably 5 minutes. Is this enough to have sunny time?
The rain looks like it's going to be getting much lighter over the next 10 to 15 minutes. There should be more grip, but don't expect a dry track.
The track is wet though. I mean, should we go with the intermediate? Let's go into intermediate. Let's see what we're in any case in Q3, so I don't care. Yeah, no, the track is still extremely wet. Okay, that was a good call. But anyway, what an insane performance. Like, I want to see if the performance of the car remains as it is during even the next few qualifyings, because if we have this insane car even in the next qualifying, then at that point I would probably bring the difficulty back to 90, because it doesn't make sense. I mean, we were always qualifying 20th, and for only 5 steps now we're actually 3rd. It's insane. But anyway, we are in our actually hot lap, even though it's pretty much wet, so it's kind of a cold lap. It was a stupid joke. Let's see how performance we are in the rain, even though, as you all know, damn it, I kind of suck in the rain.
You've taken some minor damage.
We're actually faster of 2/10 in the first sector. Ooh, with this current situation, I'm not going for the pole. That would be extremely nuts if this is the case. But I don't honestly think so, guys, that this is gonna be like this forever. I pretty much think it's more this Grand Prix only, because it's, as I said, one of my favorite, and honestly I perform quite nice in Canada, and probably it's even because of the setup, which is very good. So let's see. I mean, as I said, if we have kind of the same results even in the next 2 or 3 qualifyings, then at that point I will probably bring it up back to as it was, as we cross the line, and it's a 10th place under the rain. This is nuts for me. I don't care. The last lap right here in Q3 was kind of bad. We didn't have pretty much the whole front wing, but I don't care, because we are actually 10th. We managed to somehow reach the Q3, and we're starting from an amazing position where we can go for good points. We were 1/10, only 1/10 away from Carlos. Well, actually, in 1/10 there were like 3 drivers, actually 2/10. But what an insane qualifying. Finally, this is the qualifying that I want to see. I want to see myself in a very good position and not stuck in the 20th so badly. Oh, should I go with... Okay, let's think about it, because with Gasly and Kvyat we fought quite a lot. Now, I would love to go with Daniel Ricciardo, simply because, not only because it's high difficulty, so technically we get in more points, but even because he's from Renault and we have a Renault engine. So technically I want to fight their #1 driver, so that we can kind of like you know, show them that we kind of had the better car, and plus because Daniel is one of the greatest driver, in my opinion, of the current grid, so why not? We have a great strategy, should get us plenty of points. The car feels fantastic on this track, we'll be able to carry this. I mean, that's actually the real answer. The car feels amazing. Maybe it was because of the for real chassis upgrade, or I don't know, but it's so nice to drive in this situation. We kind of managed to get all the points back. That's very, very good. And let's go for the race, shall we? Oh, actually, I gotta switch back to 90. That's what I have to do every time before the race. Otherwise, it's gonna be messed up. But with that said, as you guys can see, as clear as possible, the guide made me do steps that taught me kind of like to bring down the difficulty and then bring it back to the race. And here we are, guys, for the race here in Canada.
Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position, and starting alongside him P2 is Sebastian Vettel. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Verstappen, Lance Stroll, and Ricciardo, Albon, Sainz, the engineer, and Sergio Perez.
Ooh.
Magnussen, Hamilton.
Hamilton with 10 grid penalties. What am I even saying? Guys, Daniel Ricciardo is 6th at the moment. He is our rival and he is a lot of points. Now, with that said, 7-11, that's actually a good strategy. As always, I would do the same thing that we did in the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, going simply half lap of fuel, simply because I don't think that having so much more fuel actually gives you that good of an advantage when you burn a lot of fuel, especially in this track where honestly you don't use that much of fuel in the mixed up. Oh, what have I done? Ah, no, nothing. Okay. In the mixed up section of the race, you kind of use the fuel only for the straight. That is where I'm going to use it. And so, yeah, honestly, this is an amazing strategy. Hopefully, we can achieve good. With that said, guys, of course, let's go for our formation lap here in Canada. Daniel Ricciardo starts 6th. I don't think we ever started in any Formula 1 game or any race we did so far so high on grid. Well, actually, no, I think that with the Renault some years ago we managed to qualify 6th actually, or 7th. I actually think so. But in any case, this is probably at the moment at least the best result we can have. Probably, yes, if the Q3 was not in the bad condition, we might add a higher result, because as you guys saw, the car felt extremely good and extremely competitive, so I think that would have been extremely the case. But yeah, let's see.
Conditions look stable at the moment.
Let's see what we can do here in Canada. I remember you guys that in the 2018, if I'm not wrong, or last year in the 2019 game, we were with the Alfa Romeo, and we managed to do an incredible race where we actually arrived second, if I'm not wrong. Insane race. I mean, I love the Canada track. I don't know, it feels to me so good to drive. Maybe it's even the one where I perform the best, and this is probably due to, let's say, my skills here in track to actually achieve this position, as well as, of course, having a lower difficulty for the quali only, because now for the race we have the classic 90 difficulty, which is the same exact difficulty we had in Monaco, in Azerbaijan, in Spain, in China, during the Dutch Grand Prix. This is the same exact difficulty. But here we are positioning our car in our pit lane. I think so, it's called like that. As we, of course, are here. I don't have to mess up the first corner, because this could be amazing. As all the cars put themselves in their spot, it's 5 red lights, and away we go for the Canadian Grand Prix as we get an amazing start here in Canada, as we manage to get position here on Carlos Sainz at the start? Can we actually keep the extern of Alex Albon? No, it's of course not enough, but what an insane start. Finally from us. We don't have that many good starts, and when exactly we needed the good start, we actually got it, so that's awesome. Let's see to keep, of course, on going. Ricciardo as well gained one more position, and that's what we need. We need to be in front of Daniel. No matter where he is, we have to be in front of him. So that's our, at the moment, of course, objective. And here is where I want to, of course, see our speed in the straight on Albon's toe. There's a yellow flag behind us. We don't kind of care. Can we actually keep with Albon, as we actually looks like he's not going anywhere? We're actually getting near and near and near, but there is no space here. It's better to brake earlier. Can we actually get a better exit than Albon? It looks like, but of course he has a Red Bull car. As we go in the inside of turn 1, right where we were, right at the start, wheel to wheel, at turn 2. Is this enough to manage to make the move? It actually is. And we made the move on Alex Albon. That's insane at the moment, as we keep on having good overtakes. It's actually very nice to me. And of course, now we have to look in front of us, where Lance Stroll, one of the two Canadians, so his home Grand Prix, is having an amazing as well performance, since he's 6th with the Racing Point, and is of course now under our sight. Can we manage to get close by him? This Apex, guys, it's the one where I actually managed to get so much speed. We can get so close by, as we actually approach Lance right here. Of course, it's not enough to try anything, but to be honest, there is no space here at the turn of champion, as we go in the outside of Stroll. A little bit of contact right there as we dive in turn 1. Same as Albon, he's keeping the position. Do we have more traction? Do we have more traction as we're wheel to wheel with Lance Stroll? What a race from the Canadian, as we try the move on the outside of turn 3, I believe, and we make the move on an amazing way right here on Stroll. What a performance so far by our car. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable we are achieving with this Hyena F1 team right here in Canada. Again, guys, we are under the same exact difficulty now as we were in Spain and Baku. And if you guys remember, in Spain we were struggling to overtake the Williams. And we are now fighting with Red Bulls and Racing Points. This is awesome. I love it, and this is the kind of race I want. This is what I really like. Fights and those crazy overtakes which pump me up insane. But who pumps me up insanely more? It's Daniel Ricciardo right there in front of us with his Renault F1 team. And that's where we need to be. We need to be in front of this guy in yellow, where next year is going to the McLaren, which is actually an insane deal in my opinion. And I'm honestly trying to focus as well, guys, because I'm trying to get the performance. As you guys can see, that the third sector is where we actually gain so much. It's already the second lap, if I'm not wrong, where we got purple. Oh, and we even have the DRS of Ricciardo. We are super close already. What a performance of the car. Jesus, a little bit of a corner cut right there. I'm actually keeping the ERS for the overtake, as we are right here now on Ricciardo's toe. Can we get a good exit right here? We put the ERS on. We put the fuel on as well, and the DRS. Is this enough to try to... Nah, I don't think so. Ricciardo is quite actually far. I don't think we had a very good exit of the airpin. But is it going to be enough now that we are super close as we arrive on Daniel Ricciardo? We try the inside where we did so far on two of the other rivals. Of course, maintaining the most respectful of the race as we keep on being wheel to wheel with Daniel Ricciardo. What an amazing performance. I'm actually impressed, guys. I'm having so much fun. What a race here in Canada, as always. Canada never leaves me behind as we try the dive on Ricciardo. A bit dirty right there from my side. That was kind of a mistake. I braked way too late in a space where it's not there, as Albon tries, of course, the move now on us, but we can keep the position with a lot of defensive. That mistake quite cost me a lot right there on the end of the first sector, as Albon now can, of course, try the move on us. And we even have the DRS. No, actually Albon is quite distant. But I think that the best position for trying to overtake Ricciardo is right here at the exit of the Champions Corner, because we can carry on so much speed, have the DRS, of course, and go for the move in turn 1. Let's see if it's doable again. No, this time it's very far. Let's try to gain again a bit of ERS for the straight, as we can keep in amazing. This is insane for me to keep this performance. If you guys remember, during the Dutch Grand Prix, we couldn't keep on Ricciardo, and even in Canada, if I'm not wrong, we were trying to overtake Ocon and Ricciardo. They were both in front of us during the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, and we couldn't quite do it. But now it feels completely a different car. We not only can kind of fight with him, but we are stuck on his toe. As you guys can see, we are extremely close right here. If I see the space, I'm trying in the apex. I'm trying in the apex as we dive in the inside of the not the apex, I mean the airpin, and we make the move on Daniel Ricciardo. He's kind of way to overtake, and now we have to get away as quick as possible. Unbelievable to me for me to say that in front of me there's Charles Leclerc in 4th position and Max Verstappen too. Now what we really have to do, guys, is to try to keep the distances with the cars behind us and have an insane pit stop like we did in Azerbaijan. It was 1 second and 8 of pit stop. It was some incredible. If we can do that, maybe we can probably try to catch up with the guys in front. I don't see the one coming at all. But imagine if we can be there right behind the Ferraris and try some cheeky things. At the moment we're in 5th position, ladies and gentlemen. 5th position. That means a lot in terms of course, performance, and as well as points that we can get from this race. It's unbelievable. As we, of course, now go in having our pit stop. I'm actually using a little bit of ERS that I can save a bit of fuel. And in the pits we go, destroying as well and there they are in front of us, actually, the Ferraris and the Red Bull. Verstappen actually lost the position. Oh no, it was actually 2.2, not bad at all, not bad at all. And let's go. We are keep on racing now. We don't have to lose time in the traffic, because that could actually compromise our race. We were 5th before the pit. Now we're actually 17th, but of course everyone in front of us have to of course pit. Luis is 15th, my friend. You really need to catch up, man. This is not, the car is not feeling the same in this track. So this was the track where you probably needed to shine the most, and you're still 15th. Guys, to be completely fair, as I said in the previous Grand Prix, I am the CEO of the team. I don't feel that Deletraz is up to the task right at the moment, and I have a feeling that I'm not going to renew his seat for the next season. And here we are behind Gasly. It's probably gonna be a very easy overtake as we get the toe DRS and DRS as we try the move on the outside. Gasly keeps on being right there in the middle of the track. I did not see the one coming. He kind of made a mess right there if I did not quickly twitch my wheel in the left side. But here we are now, of course, in the 8th position, right behind Raikkonen. As you guys can see, Charles Leclerc is in front of Raikkonen, so technically, since I believe that people in front of Leclerc did not pit just yet, 2 drivers actually, we should be good to go back to our position. But what a race so far, guys. I'm having so much fun. This is what I like. I like to have those races, I like to have those fights, I like to try those moves, those amazing overtakes, those fights, wheel to wheel with Albon, with Stroll, with of course our rival Daniel Ricciardo. There are like so many fights that amazing. Those amazing fights. I'm so happy that we're having this kind of race, and I hope you guys are enjoying it too. Of course, I remind you guys to subscribe because we are trying. I'm trying to reach the 200 sub, and of course, leave a like on the video. Leave a comment down below. What do you think about the current performance of our Hyena F1 team? Which is going crazy, it's going nuts in this Grand Prix. I wonder if it's keeping the same performance even for the next race, or if it was just some setup being extremely overpowered. I hope not, because I hope that was really that is really the car and not the setup. As we are of course now right behind the Kimi Raikkonen. Let's try to make it clear this time, because last time in the Dutch Grand Prix we kind of had a really bad behavior on Kimi that he doesn't of course deserve. As we are right here behind the Alfa Romeo, I wish we could have fight with Giovinazzi right now with this car, with this setup, with this truck. As we go in the inside of the Alpine, but Kimi Raikkonen goes defensive and he actually keeps his car in front. Of course, I'm not actually trying, guys, to go crazy because he has to pit in any case, and we're not fighting with the Ferraris, so of course not. He surely had the reverted strategy exactly as he goes into the pits, and we are 2.3 seconds behind Leclerc, and Giovinazzi is actually in front of us because he did not pit yet. He did not pit, so both the Alfa Romeos with the reverted strategy.
It's causing your gearbox to take increased wear.
Yeah, but it's a new gearbox, I don't care. And guys, I remind you that as well, we did not change the engine to spec number 3. We're still using spec number 1, actually. Was it spec number 2? I think it was spec number 2. I'm not quite sure, but I'm pretty sure that it's not a completely new engine. We can actually check that out in the straight, not right now, because in front of us there was our former rival right here, Antonio Giovinazzi, which, you know, the one and other only Italian in the grid. Let's show him how it's done, and let's make it, maybe let's give him a little bit of a taste, because I think that I'm interested in having Giovinazzi in my team, like just to make the Italian team with both Italians. That would be freaking awesome. As Giovinazzi of course dives into the pits, and I was already again a little bit confused, and I was actually going to the pits too. And now 2 seconds away from Leclerc. Now it's very important to me, of course not to go and fight with Leclerc, but it's very important to me to see how much we gain or how much we lose compared to Leclerc, because there is where we actually check the performance. Since I think it's because of the car and the setup, I want to see, of course, how much we gain or how much we lose, because if we can keep the same distances on Leclerc, which we already lost 1 second, though I don't know how, then at that point we really have a really good car, which looks like, to be honest to me, because I repeat, we are again in the same difficulty we did the previous races. And this is insane for me. It feels so amazing that we can have those kind of races. Again, guys, you gotta think about that I make those videos just for entertainment as well. I mean, I'm not trying to compete for the F1 esports or anything like that. I'm more of an arcade-ish type of content, let's say. So this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for nice races where we can have fun, enjoy together. Of course, for you guys, my viewers, enjoy a good race. So of course, this is what I am looking for. And if having this kind of easier, let's say, qualifying and the same difficulty in the race, if this thing kind of helps to have those amazing races, I'm doing this every freaking day of the week. This is insanely awesome. Because as I said, we are at the moment 5th with a very good car. This car feels competitive as hell. And in front of us there are only one Mercedes, one Ferrari, one Red Bull and the other Ferrari. So technically in front of us there is the best of the best, and Hamilton is not even here because he had the 10 grid place penalty. And this actually stuck behind the Renault, which I think it's actually Ricciardo. So a bit of less performance there for the 6-time world champions. And we're actually kind of gaining on Leclerc, considering that we were like 3 seconds behind in the second sector. Now we are 2.1. I'm of course, guys, not trying to compete with Ferraris because I think that to do that we really need to develop the car much more. But I'm just trying to, of course, have kind of a benchmark right here with the Ferrari, just to see how much we are actually behind in terms of time. And it doesn't look like we are that much behind because he's not going anywhere. He's always between 2 seconds and 2.5.
Bottas is leading the race.
So this is technically awesome. Now I have 4 seconds behind me. I'm actually, for this whole section, bit saving fuel. Anyway, guys, of course, if nothing happens from now on, they will of course cut it away because it's just me racing with myself, no one behind me. Well, I mean, no one behind me. People behind me, but way too far.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
And we are 2.4 seconds away from Leclerc. Luis Deletraz is out of the race. Oh no! What did happen to him? Anyway, guys, we are back, of course, from the cut because I was actually not talking at all and I was trying to focus a little bit because I will show you something.
Caution.
We have our...
Someone's come off ahead of you. There's a yellow flag ahead.
Yeah, that someone is my teammate. We have our gearbox pretty much destroyed, 80% of usage. So we kind of to change it after this race. But anyway, it's our final lap. So of course, guys, to go back to the gearbox, if you see that we're now 4.2 seconds away from Leclerc, it's simply because I'm not pushing anymore. For 2 or 3 laps I was actually going with longer gears, less changes and stuff like that. So in order to prevent a little bit, because I don't want a gearbox failure after this race, it would be extremely disappointing. And it's our final lap. I mean, actually final lap, it was our final lap. We are right here at the beginning of the straight. Valtteri Bottas wins the Canadian Grand Prix. The Finnish guy is going crazy lately. He's winning literally every race almost. As we approach the Champions Corner right here with a little bit of twist as we reach the final flag, the checkered flag for the 5th position. What a race!
We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
Man, this car felt incredible. Driver of the day, Lewis Hamilton. What exactly did Lewis do? What a race! Anyway, guys, I actually thought about this the other day because while editing I realized it. If you guys feel like my voice rises up after the race, it's simply because I'm using kind of like a formula position with my chair with my wheel. And when the race is done, I just stand up in the chair. And since my microphone is, while I'm recording, is literally on top of my head, when I'm standing up, of course, it's almost very near by my mouth. We were starting 9th, we are 5th. 10 points! 10 points gained. My God, what a race! That's what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, we really did. It was very good. Foot to the floor, the power unit can take it? No, of course not. I use the car's nimbles to my advantage. I'll actually go with the aero, guys, because why not? Looks to me the best. With the steam behind me, I don't think so. Now with my current power unit, unless there's any movable object out there now with this aero package, I don't think so. Let's go with the aero. Let's go with the aero. We might have a good aero. You scrape the wall, but it's Canada. You're supposed to be 1 millimeter away from the wall. But I'm not answering you in this because they're all bad answers. So no comment, my girl.
Appreciate your time.
Appreciate you too. Thank you very much. And let's go to our park for me. Well, in this case, we are 4-2 in front of my man Daniel Ricciardo. We're currently, of course, winning the rivalry, but it just started, and we had an amazing race with Daniel. This is the really important thing for me. As long as we have amazing races, there is nothing that cares the most. And Luis actually lost points. Oh, my friend, you really did it. You really did lose quite a lot. I think we did. We did gain all the money from RGB and Pay Night. Scored 1 construction point, and $30,000 of damage between the two. We have 1.9 million. We don't have quite enough to actually go for an update. I thought we could have gone for the resistant update, but it's not apparently the case. But yeah, let's go to the headquarters, guys. Let's see what we can develop. Worn components. Yeah, we actually have to kind of do that. But anyway. Let's, of course, go with the autofill, and if we don't like it, we change it. So, it puts the sponsor advertisement, it gives us money and team. Yeah, that's awesome. Aero team building. No, actually, I will take those two out, because we have the aero equipment upgrade, which we're going for an aero upgrade, so yes, thank you. And then at the end, we maybe can put the aero team building. Yeah, I mean, honestly, guys, I'm not even spending that much effort on Luis because, yes, I mean, it's my effort to make him better, but to be completely fair, guys, I'm not renewing his contract. That's gonna happen. I don't want him anymore. Anyway, do we have enough money? No, we don't, but let's go with the R&D, where we may probably go for... We don't have that much of money, actually. Department capability reached. When is this actually arriving? Is it arriving next week? So technically very soon. Let's check it. Well, okay, first of all, let me change the engine. 49. Oh, actually, I will leave this for the qualifying. But the gearbox is destroyed, and we still have to do 2 races with it. Oh, impossible, guys. This is impossible. I think I'm getting a penalty for the next Grand Prix. Because with this gearbox, we might not finish the race at all. I mean, it's required for using P3, and of course, the race. Getting a new gearbox will give us 15 gearbox to 6, resulting in a grid drop penalty. The penalty will be awarded when the car leaves the garage following competition to the fitting process. I have to do it, guys. If we can have this kind of performance in the next race, in any case, we can kind of like, of course, come back. Customization, no, that's actually should be the gloves. We are 7th in terms of construction. We're in front of Alfa Romeo. That's insane. We have to reach at least in front of Renault. Where are we in the? We're 14th in the all-in standing in front of Magnussen, Deletraz, of course, Grosjean, Giovinazzi, Givier, Gasly, Russell, and Latifi. It would be awesome for me to reach the top 10 of driver standing and to be in front of Renault for the constructor championship. With that said, I would personally go quick right at the 24th of where are we, of June, so that because we should get money right now. There they are. but that's not enough to get 2,000. I mean 2 million. And right here, no, what have I done? Oh, can I go? Man, I should not go in the... I will go back to the main menu right now. Actually, it's pretty damn quick. Let's do it together. Damn it, I needed to stop the time, not to go ahead in the next... No, that's true, we cannot develop it anymore. Oh, it feels horrible. Guys, what a mistake. Because now we are here. Oh no. Anyway, we will do our upgrades, I believe, after the French Grand Prix, because we cannot do much. With that said, guys, I remind you to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts, your feedback. Share this video with your passionate friends. Follow me on social medias, all the links down below. And of course, stay tuned for future content. With that said, I am thankful to all of you who stood up so far. Hope you guys enjoyed the race, and I will see you in the next episode. See you all.